Well, it's 7 o'clock on Saturday. I've worked all day, so I'm about to take a break. Me and Krista are going to take a spin on the dual sports. I'm going to ride the KLR since it's been sitting for a month or so. Since I just got the steering stem tightened all up, make sure it's good to go. She'll be on her 250L. This will be her second ride on the 250L, so pretty cool. Yeah, go crush a few back roads. Such a nice evening, man. It's always nice when you can ride in a t-shirt and you don't get chilly even in the shadows. Man, it's been so long since I rode this, I forget how much more comfortable the seat is on this and the DR. But then when I'm on this, I miss some of the pep of that DR. Like if I could weld this seat onto my DR, I'd be set. And this thing's a little more stable, just coasting at high speed because of the weight. She's back there. See if this aggressive dog is out here. It normally always is, but it's tied up. There, bunny, bunny, baby bunny. Here it would be if it was here. I don't see it. Must be inside. This part always sketches me out. You meet a car right in here somewhere, you better be ready to go off the road. What I love about these little back roads like this, they're really just, I mean, they're roads, but they're really just glorified trails. The gravel sections anyway. Right here's where me and Krista shot off the road one day. We tried to miss one of those potholes and went right off the bank right there. And it's a KLR, so we just stopped and jumped back on. Yeah, I don't know, like, I always debate on if I should pull the trigger on something extreme in the next few years, like a Africa Twin or a KTM 690, Husky 701, some kind of new crazy sweet bike. But it's like the KLR and the DR, I already have them both. They're both paid for. It's like, is that Husky 701 for like 12 grand? Is that gonna like, do I want to go any faster or do any more on these back gravel roads? I mean, I just don't know, dude. The KLR and the DR especially, they go as fast as I want to go. They do as good as I would want to do on a road like this. I just don't know where my benefit would come in on the 12,000 for some sweet bike like that. She's still back there. Obviously the benefit, a lot of it's just the reliability. But dang, man, my KLR is a little older, but they're known. I mean, it's the exact same bike they're selling now. They're known for their reliability. My DR is a 2011 with just 7,000 miles on it. I mean, still being broke in pretty much. It's like, how much more reliability am I going to get even out of a brand new bike? I keep thinking maybe an Africa Twin would be fun if I'm going to do any lengthy trips, but I don't know. You can ride 2 up on the Africa Twin, but it's like Krista's got her own bike she wants to ride, and that's easier on both of us. And it's better because if we'd ever have a breakdown, there's an extra bike. And I just, with a 1-month-old right now, I don't know when I'd ever. It's not like I'm going to be coming up on all kinds of time that take long, like adventurous, multi-day road trips on an Africa Twin. I just don't feel like dropping 12,000 to ride these back roads around my house is really worth it. The occasional trip up into the mountains, I mean, this bike runs flawlessly. Nice, they paved this road. It's been unpaved for the last however many years. Every once in a while I like to just lock up the brakes, slide a little bit, just so I remember how the bike handles. If I ever get into a situation where I need to lock them up, I kind of have a feeling what it's going to do, because it's way different from bike to bike, and especially from this to a motocross bike, which is where my real only experience with locking up brakes comes from. We're about to turn off and go on my road. Go on a road that's got my favorite little section of this whole loop. It's kind of back in the woods, and it's light gravel, but it's got kind of like an up. Funny story, I was letting a buddy ride my DR, and he wasn't familiar with it, and the rear brakes, something was messed up with them. They worked, but you had to push it down really far. He came down this hill one day and couldn't get it stopped and went over into that brush. Put a couple small dents in my tank. Kind of felt bad. But this is a fun little road. It's all shaded mostly the whole way. It's still in pretty good shape. Makes a loop, and either way you go is fun. You're climbing out, you're climbing back out no matter which loop you take. And the people that live out here, dude, I don't know how they do it. And she flies on the blacktop, but she's not super comfortable on the gravel. It's like a little haven out here. It's like they keep it really nice and mowed. There's some hunting camps out here. Absolutely everything posted though. Nobody wants anybody on anything. I can understand it. people up there. This is some kind of like little hunting camp. Got a bug in my helmet. Couldn't get it out.
This thing's perfect for like these roads, but like the blacktop you leave me.
Yeah.
Like I've got it at 55 and I'm like, I feel like that's all it's got.
Yeah. You could probably gear it up and get a little more, but then you'd lose some torque and it'd be harder to lift the front end up over mud holes and stuff.
I probably do anything over 55 anyway.
No, probably not. Alright, you ready? Here we go. Here it is. It's like you're on a roller coaster. You just got to watch out for this spot. Ooh. Bugs are starting to come out, evening time bugs are starting to come out, hit me in the face. It's like I'm going, at times I'm going so slow, I really need to have my face shield up, but I can't because of the bugs. We've already went 10 miles. Oh. We have caught a vehicle, folks. See what they do, see if they let us around. Equestrians. Does not appear they're gonna let us around. And it looks like they might. Thanks. I'm telling you, this KLR, man, they call it a pig or whatever, but it may not be a powerhouse, but I'm telling you, if you need to get up and go on one of these back gravel roads, it'll do it. It'll go as fast as you need to go. And all for just about anybody's budget too. Sometimes there's dogs right here. Oh yeah, there he is. Hopefully he doesn't get Krista. Didn't even freaking bother with her. What the heck? You know, they talk about the suspension being so bad on these things. Like, I don't know. I mean, I haven't ridden any real crazy hardcore off-road on them, but I mean, these are pretty deep mud holes, and man, I'm not wheeling over them, I'm just facing into them, and it's not that bad. I don't know what everybody's always complaining about. I just don't know if somebody started that somewhere along the line, and now all these guys that jump in as beginner riders just go with it. I mean, yeah, if you revalve it, or doing some of the older bikes, do emulators, this and that, yeah, it's always going to feel better, but it's not like it's a must-do. like a cemetery and an old church right here to our right. Evergreen Cemetery. I should consider some real foot pegs for this thing though. I can always feel my feet slipping off these rubber ones. Yeah, see now she's staying right on me. She's flying. She loves this blacktop. She'd probably do great on a street bike. That's a can of worms I don't even want to open. Last time we sat there for like, it felt like about 10 minutes waiting to cross that road. This time we just go across. Bunch of railroad ties. Been bringing some equipment through here. There's the pipeline. Yeah. Railroad ties are actually really slick with this little bit of water on top. Ready? Miles. Not a bad little evening ride.